Good morning, y'all. I want to bring you a little story that I read about this morning, and it involves a famous painter. You might know who he is. His name is Pablo Picasso. And the story goes that Picasso was in a restaurant and he was approached by a gentleman, and the gentleman put a napkin on the table and said, can you draw me something, please, on this napkin? Name your price, I'll pay whatever. And Picasso begins to just sketch something out, and he gets this picture of a goat and puts it on the napkin. And then he tells the guy, okay, it's finished. You owe me $100,000. And the guy looks at it and he says, $100,000? He said, that took you all of 3 minutes to do. And Pablo Picasso crumbles up the napkin and says, you're incorrect. It didn't take me 30 seconds. It took me 30 years. What an illustration of the process. What an illustration of the fact that it takes time to become great at something. We lose sight of that so easily, and we think for some reason we see somebody who is successful and we somehow think that they arrived at that overnight. Now, I'm from Texas, and this thing has become a pretty well-known race series, so maybe some of you that maybe live outside of Texas know about this, but there's this race series that goes on every Thursday night. I think it's 36 weeks a year out of the 52, put on by a guy named Andrew Willis, and it's called the Driveway Race Series. And there's a podcast, it's called We Got to Hang Out. Download episodes 16 and 17 to listen to. Just really cool. Andrew Willis's story about the driveway. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Like this morning, I've got a much greater respect for Andrew. Not that I didn't have one before, but he's had the driveway now under his supervision and care for 9 years. And he talks about the early days, and I'm not going to spoil the podcast episode, go get it. But you want to talk about having to be patient to achieve what I consider greatness. I mean, the Driveway Series has made it into magazines. He's got over 600 people out there on a given Thursday. I mean, it's just become this unbelievable thing, and I'm really proud of him and happy for him. But it took a lot of time. It took a lot of, he uses sweat equity in the podcast, which I really love. So guys and ladies and anybody tuning in here, are you guys willing to just dismiss this notion that somebody just gets good at something, somebody builds something, somebody becomes successful at something overnight? Can you just throw that out the window? Can you just agree with me, with Picasso, with Willis, with pretty much anybody who's ever achieved anything worth note? Can you agree with us that it takes a whole lot of time? It takes time to build something great. Be patient. Don't be in a hurry. Where are you trying to get to so fast? So stick in there, hang into the process. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys like this video, I'd appreciate it if you would share it with some folks. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel that I've got here, Utmost Performance, and that would be awesome. If you want to go grab some podcasts, I got a podcast also that I released. Search on iTunes, A Champion's Mind. Also have a Facebook page by the name of Utmost Performance as well. Just a lot of great content for you. Hopefully I'm providing value for you. For those of you that continue to support me, I really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.